Welcome to Tush Twins, heard on malcolmpresents.com. And we
Yeah.
have both cheeks ready and in view. Cheek, Maxine, wave hello.
Hello. This is the Tush Twins. Woohoo! So we're
And
tushing
Cheek,
out.
Bunny Rusty.
Bunny Rusty.
Hey, Bunny
Tush!
Rusty, or
Touch.
as we know her endearingly as Paula.
Right. I only call her.
And we call her any names. Anyway, do the intros, Max.
Yes. I'm due to do it right now.
Do it now.
Move over Lucy and Ethel, Laverne and Shirley, Thelma and Louise, Betty and Wilma, and anybody else in that category. Here come the Tush Twins.
Right.
Yeah, that's us with tales of friendship from Brooklyn and beyond. Maxine Faith, moi, and Paula Rose, aka Rusty, aka the redhead, aka anything else.
Auntie Cuckoo.
Auntie Cuckoo, that's right. Will bring you through their 60 plus years of friendship with levity, drama, joy, yay, and unabashed love. From Brighton to Coney, New York City to the burbs, and out to the whole wild and wide world. We've been through it all, and we will take you through our journey. We know each other so long and so well. Our atomic particles have been joined at the tush.
And you can finish each other's sentences.
We can. We do.
We have, and we've done.
We have.
Okay, now the question: have you shared any lovers? Ooh, taboo.
No. Ooh, no. No.
No. We have not shared any lovers.
Have you ever dated the same guys?
No.
No, not really.
It was taboo. If you went out with one, that was it.
No, just never did.
Mm.
Maxine dated. I didn't date till I was almost 18. I was over 18, 19.
Oh, Jesus fuck. Sorry.
Were you just shy?
Ooh.
You're gonna have to bleep that out. Woohoo! Whoopie-doo. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
How many drinks did you have today, Max?
I had a lot of tea. I had a whole thing of tea. But anyway.
This is a fake martini.
I don't have anything. I have water. My little blue cup. I like my
And I have a fake martini in my blue glass.
A fake martini?
Yes.
I wonder if they still have the same thing on television. You couldn't drink on camera. You didn't suppose they wouldn't have alcohol.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you do that. It just wasn't possible.
But the game shows, they all were drinking big time.
Were they?
Right. But
yes, they were.
But not on camera.
Who was drinking?
Oh, the whatchamacallit, the match game. They were drunk.
They were drunk.
Oh my God. Yes, and smoking cigarettes.
Well, they did smoke cigarettes. It didn't seem to bother anybody.
They were drinking.
Well, I would assume that they had to do those shows drunk anyway. How else would they get through them? I don't know.
Yeah, my favorite used to be Hollywood Squares.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was fun.
With Peter, I think Peter Marshall.
I think most of them were probably drunk at that point.
Yeah, well, they
were. Anyway,
but they were funny and often very risque.
It's these game shows. Now there's the Jeopardy one. This woman, Amy something, is.
Oh, I love her. It's a he, she.
Right.
It's a trans.
Right, and she's breaking. Getting up to the really tippy top of the. I think she's going.
I'm so proud of her.
So
she might even break what's his name's record. Who knows?
Well, Ken was like 78. I don't know. She's in the high 30s or something.
She's in high 30s.
Hey, she's still going.
Yeah, she's the second one right now. She's number 2.
Yes, she beat Madame Odio.
Oh, so yeah. What I like about both Jeopardy Jim and Madame Odio is when they lost, it was so obvious that they just tossed it. I mean, Come on.
They
If you
tossed
look,
it.
if you look at those two shows of them losing, no, you can see they were just,
They had
that-
enough.
they had enough, and that was that, and that was it. I'm all done. And I'm surprised that they don't make more of that, but who knows? Well, when, a lot of the times on these game shows, they had one big party. But do you remember when we used to have party lines? Do you guys remember your phone numbers from Brooklyn?
I do.
What's your number? What was your number?
Nightingale 61472.
It was
And I know
147.
yours.
Right. Nightingale
Nightingale
8,
8
627.
6274.
Right.
And
And-
you know my number?
I
What?
don't. What
No.
was it?
ES3 3023.
Oh, Edison 3.
Esplanade.
Esplanade 3. That's right. Esplanade.
Have you ever called your old number now?
No, you have to have the area code too, but no.
718.
The area code. What was the area code first? Was it 212 or 718?
212 was all
First.
of New York State.
Right, and then
Then it
Well,
broke
New York
down into
City, I think.
different.
wasn't the whole state. I think it was just the city.
New York City, yes.
but-
Right.
The thing that you asked me that earlier, but my question was, when they started area codes, did we have a 212 or did we start out with a 718?
212 was the very first. 718 when they ran out of 212s. So they broke it down into boroughs. So Queens, Brooklyn, and the Bronx were 718.
Right.
And then Manhattan, because it was so big, was 212.
But
And
it
then they
wasn't
started
cool-
changing.
But I remember
Well,
it
then-
wasn't cool to have a 718 area code. It was a
This is
212
me.
was a cool one.
You had to have 212 or you weren't cool. That was it. Everyone wanted 212. They still do. Now they have how many different numbers in New York City?
Well, 64, the original area code for the cell phones was 917 for New York City.
Right, initially. Right.
Then it became 347 and then 646 was the last one. And that was the cool number, 646.
That was a
Right.
good area.
You still
yes, I
have
have it.
646.
And I will not give it up.
Yeah, no, do not give it up. It's a cool
Will not give it
number.
up.
We like the number, but it's like, and also the zip codes change. It used to be like, you would just put 35 or something, or they-
Yeah,
There-
34
there
was
two
ours.
numbers.
I
One,
had
one, two, three,
Oh,
four.
mine was 11235, but was there before that? Of just, you would put the last two numbers and then they
Last
added
two
the
numbers,
one.
Just the last number. You need to put,
We had to put 11235.
No,
Right.
no, not when I grew up. When it was, you put Brooklyn, New York, 24.
Right,
yeah,
or
yeah,
35.
Brooklyn
That's
up
what I'm saying.
35.
Or 34, depending where you were.
Right,
Like
and
you were
then they added
3-4.
for Brooklyn, 112,
Right,
and then for Manhattan, it was 100.
Yeah.
It still
right.
is.
Yeah, where it still is in Brooklyn 112 and still Manhattan 100, right? What was
Yes.
your old zip in the city? You last zip?
10016.
Right.
My old zip in the city was 10024. I couldn't get
Oh,
rid of that
really? So you
24.
still kept the 24?
Yeah, the Upper West Side.
That's cool. Well, I mean, things have changed. There used to be phone booths and,
Oh,
Superman
phone
used to go
booths,
into,
yeah.
I mean.
We
phone
did phone booths.
Oh,
There was
we
a
did-
time Maxine and I had to call our husbands at PJ Clark's because we thought it was 8 o'clock and it turned out to be almost 11, 12 and our
They were
husbands didn't know where we were.
Freaking out. They were freaking out.
Freaking
No,
out. We
no
had to go,
headphones,
both of
no,
us.
no cell phones.
No cell phones in those days. It was in the 70s, mid 70s, late
Yeah.
70s.
I
That
don't
was-
know if you remember, I remember as either teenager or preteen, you go to a phone booth and you have something called the cotter pin. It was like a little pin. A
The
little piece
what?
in the middle that you stuck into the receiver of the phone, and you hit the middle part where the change returned, and it made a connection. You get free phone calls.
Wow. Where'd you learn
Oh,
that trick?
no.
I don't know. Is this you learned it from friends?
Wow. I mean, you took the bottom part of you screwed it off?
No, you
you
didn't have
put
to
it-
screw it off because it was always like where the rubber was. You could stick the pin between the rubber
Right.
in the phone, and the other end you took to the metal part where the coin returned. Remember, it was sort of like black phone, and then the coin return was a silver. You
Yes, I
smashed
remember
it,
that.
and it would make. Don't ask me why, but it would make a connection.
We never did stuff like that.
No, we
but
never did that.
We did make counterfeit bus passes though.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
we did that all the time. We bought the same color oak
Right,
tag
exactly.
paper, and
It worked for a while, but then sometimes the bus driver would kind of like, what
no.
you doing? Get off the bus. You know, it's like,
Well, the bus
you know.
drivers never looked at the names; he just flashed it, and they were doing
no,
something.
no, they were like, one time this guy looked and he goes, that doesn't, maybe what we did it and it was a little crooked or something. It wasn't straight enough.
Yes.
And it kinda
Because
looked
he just saw the color, so he never really looked at
Right, they
the
never
whole
looked,
thing.
right.
Yeah. Each month there was a
So
different
we
color,
would
right?
hold it in our hands so you couldn't see it, like this. So
Yeah.
you couldn't see just the color and go
Right,
like this
right.
and walk
Well,
through it.
we didn't use the bus that much unless it was really freezing or something. And even then
I
we
used,
walk.
I
the-
used the bus maybe 5 times
You know,
going to
just-
school.
You know, because we would meet up on Neptune Avenue, just walk
Yeah,
straight up
just walk
to
straight
Evans
up.
Avenue.
Yeah.
When I went to Lincoln, I was like about, I was at the tip end of Coney Island by Seagate.
Yeah, and
So
that
it
was a
like,
while.
4 or 5 miles.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
But
trying to
how
think.
many miles was 143 was a couple of miles easily from Ocean Parkway.
Oh, it
Up to
was mine
Sheepshead
too.
Bay,
Sheepshead Bay. I
Definitely.
walked it every day.
it was 2-3 miles almost.
Yeah.
You know, we'd leave early.
I was
like
a
an
little
hour.
closer than you were, but I
Yeah.
would walk to Emmons and walk straight with you, or I'd go
Just straight
up
up.
Avenue East, whatchamacallit, Brighton 11th Street and walk up to
Mhm.
Emmons,
Right,
What
right.
was the name
where
of
the
that
old
private?
wall bounce used to be.
There was a private bus service aside from the Metro. I think Pioneer buses or something.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh,
Neither
they
do
used
I.
to have a thing. There was a pickup, and they had a certain time they'd be there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it was a little more than the public service because I think they only had 2-3 stops.
Well,
Oh.
I don't recall. I don't know. I just know there were the buses with the B68, the B something or other.
21. The
was
21
that
went to Sheepshead
the
Bay.
B20
The
was on
B68 went
Neptune.
up Ocean. Yes, B21.
B68, right?
Yeah.
Ocean Parkway.
I think
Okay.
the B36 wasn't that the one for Nostrand Avenue?
And you would,
Yes,
you
B-
would-
yes.
well, you would get a transfer sometimes,
Transfer.
right? It depends where you were
The
going.
old-fashioned paper transfers.
Anyway, guys, we were going to start the show on the party lines.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yes,
why
there
we,
was a party line. Yeah, it
Go
was
ahead.
really cool. All right, well, you go on the phone, you wait till the dial tone disappears. You hold the phone. When the dial tone disappears, you hear beep, 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 and then you hear voices. It was a party line throughout Brighton and Sheepshead Bay, and everyone went on it. You had a code name, and you were your alter ego.
well, you would hear people just talking. I mean, you
Yes.
pick up the phone to try to make a call and you hear the Yentas. I mean, they were
And
on
you
the
get
phone.
involved, you talk.
You know, but it was mostly older. It wasn't us. As kids, we really couldn't get away with it as much because it was mostly the ladies on the line, and they would
It was
just,
a lot, but later on, Maxine, it became our age and a little older, but they're talking about the weirdest stuff. I just remember that. And the
anything
big
you
thing
could-
was peaches backwards.
yeah. If you did
backwards?
peaches backwards, and that would be, you'd be calling a hooah house or something. you know,
Yes.
we never, I mean, all the guys try to do it. Of course, I don't think it was
I
anything.
don't think it was, no, which is a
nothing worth.
rumor.
Peaches backward. I don't know. It just.
I don't know if they have that in the women's room, in the girls' room, but in the boys' room, for a good time, call. It's always written
Right.
under a different name.
Right.
My name was never up there.
But
No,
Thank
yeah, they used to scratch on the phone booth.
Yes.
Call bloody blah for a good time.
Yeah.
And then they put a number in, and God only knows whose number it was, but
probably
We
the
didn't-
local precinct.
that would have been funny, actually. I mean, it's just these party lines. They were popular in Brooklyn, in the area we were in, but
Mhm.
mostly they were in a lot of rural areas.
Well, that's how they got their phone calls.
right, because there was no other way to do it because,
Well, did you ever watch
Like Hooterville.
did you ever
right.
watch the Andy Griffith show?
Yeah, Hooterville too.
No, you
Hooterville?
hello, May, could you give me,
Right,
Yes.
right.
can you imagine doing that now?
No.
I don't know, they did keep it until the, I think it was 1991 somewhere,
Yes,
Oh,
and-
really?
yeah,
Don't they still do
that's how far it kind of went,
Don't they do that in Chappaqua now?
no.
You can call up and say, hey, let me speak to, the local pharmacy.
Well, it said party lines, this is from notes, like party lines carried on well into the 70s, but the technology was deemed a victim of progress, haha. The last party line was not phased out until 1991 in Woodbury, Connecticut.
Woodbury. Whoa.
Yeah, and Illinois State University terminated its last party line in 1990. Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
That sounds like so the kids were on a party line in 1990 at Illinois State University. I mean, the cell phones weren't quite there yet either in 1990.
Well,
So
don't
who-
forget in 1990, remember Dale's cell phone? He had this big giant thing. You would carry a battery pack with it.
Right. Right, I
Well,
mean-
I was living out here in Los Angeles already, and I was working in sales for KFAC. And for the salespeople, the station had to deal with, I forget which cell company, but they put in a car phone,
Right.
Oh,
and
Well,
they took
my
care of the
brother had a
bill.
car
well,
And I
they
used-
had those.
In his
I used to have
Jaguar.
a car phone, and I felt so cool. This was in the
Yeah,
mid
well, they
80s.
had, you know how big they were? They were like as big as this mic, right? This was like a phone. And you'd
Bigger.
be carrying this around.
No, that was the cell phones that you carried
that was-
outside. But this was where they had an antenna in the back of my car.
Yeah, yeah.
Hooked
Bill
up,
had one.
and this was a regular phone.
Yeah,
Cannon, the TV show Cannon, he had one in his phone, in his car
right. Well,
back when, that was in the 70s.
Yeah,
this
well,
was the
that-
80s,
that
and
was
again,
way
I felt so
before.
cool. But getting back to party lines, for me, what a party line meant is that there's several families that shared the same number. Like
Oh, yeah.
I remember when, again, in Coney Island, when they put the phone in there, which was like a phone that was on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and when you went to make a phone call, now as a kid, when you went to make a phone call, if you picked it up and there was somebody else talking, so
right,
you
Yes.
you gently put it down.
right, right.
I've had that, but it was usually my mother on the other line. I would listen to her. Hello.
Oh yeah, well that's it. Yeah,
That was bad.
Then what happened is my mother was very impatient, so after about 10 minutes, she would say, "Oh, my son, we have to call a doctor. He's not feeling well." We didn't have to call a doctor. She was a liar.
That is kooky, I tell you.
But that was a
But y-
party line. Or if it was a juicy conversation, you put your hand over the mic and you listen.
Listen.
Right, right. you
Oh,
listen.
I've been there, done
Oh,
that.
we listened. Oh,
We listened.
Because we would pick up and there'd be a party line. I would want to call you and all I was
Yeah.
hearing was yapping women. Just yap, 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 yap. Did
Well,
you go to
That's
the store?
great.
What was
Well,
that?
that's
The
what I
store?
want to do
Did you
with our
see-
show. This is
They
a
have
party
a
line.
bargain at our Frictics. Did you go there? It's like, what the hell? Now, Frictics was,
Marv Alvin's
Albert's
place.
parents owned it.
Yes,
And Marv Albert, of course, the
was
sports
Marv
announcer,
Alfricta.
but he was Marv Albert instead of our Frictic, and then there's Al Albert and the other junior Albert, Steve Albert. They were like
Mhm.
the Albert brothers managed to do a lot of
Well, they're
sports.
brothers and nephews.
They're
Net brother.
I think they're brothers.
There were two brothers.
But
I think
there's
it was
a,
three.
Marv
I
and
think-
Steven.
Steve was a
The
brother.
other one,
I think he
too.
was. I think there were Al,
Three of
Steve, and Marv.
yeah, but there's I think Al's son, Marv's son does something, and
Yeah, now,
wouldn't
but back
shock
when
me
we were
now.
kids.
Yeah,
I mean Marv is in his 80s.
is he?
Yes. Wasn't he,
Bill went to his second birthday party,
He just retired.
and he bit kids there. I hate
Yeah.
to say it, he would bite some of the kids. My mom told me he bit some of the kids. I'm like, I wasn't there, but that's what I was told. I don't know. So
I met him once.
Aye.
and I dated this girl. I went to her apartment, and she was. I think this is her roommate. I think was Marv's first wife. This was in Greenwich Village. Where are you going?
Oh, okay. I'm taking a walk.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah,
you seeing?
Ryan, I'm just saying hi to Ryan. Hi, Ryan. Hi. Good. That's Ryan, my friend.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ryan, if you'd like to come downstairs, you're welcome.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me he could do a Zoom
All
cast.
right. Just want to say hello to Ryan.
Okay. That sounds okay.
He's such a nice kid.
Anyway, what's happening now with modern technology? They do party lines, but it's called the internet.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
well-
is. That's what we have.
Well,
I remember the chat rooms.
yes, the AOL chat rooms. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
We used to do that.
Yeah. That was a
Found
thing.
it very boring. After 3 times, I said, that's it. That's stupid.
But you couldn't even get on because it was dial-up. And all you heard was, it's like, it's right. It's like, it was so, and you had your disc, you had to put a disc in.
Yes.
That was so, ugh. I don't know, but kids did get in trouble with party lines. And back then they had, there was a specific party line suggestions published by the Bell and AT, they providers. And if someone didn't follow the rules, they could be reported to customer service, such as mischievous kids calling their own number and hanging up, or making calls on the network that they shouldn't have been doing. Remember that?
Excuse me.
Guilty as charged. We
Not
used
me.
to get, we got into trouble really one time for sure, right?
God
and my
bless Grandma.
Grandma
Sylvia.
Sylvie just saved our butts because we had an issue. We were
Yes.
making calls, and the operator called my grandma, called it because she was in charge of us, and
Yes.
said that there's
They're going to
all
shut
these
down your
calls,
line.
and that we were going to shut the line. Now I
What
couldn't
were you doing?
imagine
Be specific.
what
Well,
pe-
we'd go
we
on
make-
there and say, Mrs. Whitehead there. No,
We
this
make
is Mrs.
calls.
Blackhead. I'm sorry, wrong pimple.
right, but we would make all now the question is, how did they know what we were saying? They only know that we made maybe a lot of calls at in a very short time.
People may have complained too.
I don't know. We never got that far into it because my grandmother spoke to the operator and said
Oh,
she'd
did
give
we
us a
get into
good
tr-
sassing, and she'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. And then the operator
And-
said, okay, I'll keep the line open. And boy, was my grandma mad. I never saw her mad like that, like ever. I mean, she never
Oh
got
my
mad.
God, that was
She
really
was
bad.
like, you two are in such trouble. You are going to get a zets if you do that again.
That's it.
A zets.
Yes,
She
yes.
she never touched or hit, but she said with that, I'll
When
give
you
you
said, oh my God, she was so pissed at us.
she was
Hey,
like,
Ryan,
um,
how you doing? We're on a YouTube show. Would you like to say hello on the show?
So you, good?
Good. You want to come say hello on my show?
Yeah.
Come on over.
Come
Oh.
on down. Come on
Everyone,
down.
this is my friend Ryan.
okay.
He's in high school, and he is also one of my painters here.
Hey,
Hello,
Ryan.
Hey,
hello.
Ryan,
How you
Hi.
doing?
how are
That's
you?
And that's Maxine.
Maxine, yeah, no, yeah.
Well, oh yeah, I know that. Oh man, that's pretty crazy how he knows that. How's the painting coming along upstairs?
Oh, I love it. I love
It's
it.
good. It's good.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's better than his parents.
What
Yeah.
color?
Yeah.
What color? What color's being painted up there?
You know,
Gray
gray
and sage.
Okay.
and gray.
Sage. That seems to be popular now, right? That's
Yeah,
good. So that's good that you're able to help out. That's great stuff.
yeah,
Well, we're
Yeah.
about to tell jokes now. Would you like to stay around and listen to our jokes?
yes.
Okay.
They're silly jokes, I have to let you know.
Yeah, they're very silly. Okay, I have a joke, but it's not too silly. It's, you're gonna have to cover your ears at one point.
I know which one this is.
Okay, a psychiatrist has a party and he invites all her patients to her party. But she says, you must come as an emotion. Okay. Harold comes all in green. And she goes, oh, wonderful. Envy. That's great, Harold. And then George comes in yellow. Great, cowardice. Maxine comes in all red. Anger, that's magnificent anger.
Yeah.
Then, then Harry shows up, stark ass naked, no clothes on, with a spare tire around his
You know-
pee-pee.
What
And
are
she
you?
goes-
What are you, Harry?
His F in despair.
Oh,
Oh, well, that's it. I have to have a short joke because I didn't remember a joke for today. So a ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here." Bida boom. He's a ham sandwich. You get it? Do you see? I know someone who liked it.
Got it. Did you like that one?
That
Yeah,
was
I
that
know that
one.
one.
See, I got a joke that someone what do you call a fish without eyes?
What?
Fish. I don't know.
A
What do you
blind
call-
fish.
What do you call what do you call an alligator detective?
What?
An investigator.
oh.
So,
Bida boom.
So I'm glad. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Why?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Outstanding.
Oh, come on, that was cute.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, we should have the Raz button.
I don't know. What lights up a soccer stadium?
What?
You know the answer?
No.
A soccer match.
You're
that was out.
reading from that's bad.
Well,
Okay.
these are bad jokes that I picked up on the internet.
Well, here's one.
And that's really
Okay,
bad.
this is a thinking joke, all right? Now, there's a building with a red light on top of it, and there's a car parked in front. And people are walking in and out of the place. And I'll give you a hint. The first person walking in is Russian, because he's rushing to get in.
Okay,
The second person coming out of the building is what?
I don't know.
Finnish.
Oh, finish. Okay.
Okay?
Oh, and you
So
thought
now,
my jokes.
wait,
You
wait,
thought my
wait,
jokes were
he's on
bad.
our
Come
show.
on. We
Wait,
you
hold
know,
it. And then the person sitting out in front of the car is from Poland. He's waiting for the red light to turn green. Bit of them.
Well, if your
Sorry, Polish people.
if your nose runs and your feet smell, you're built upside down.
Oh, boom.
Ooh.
Do you have any jokes, Ryan?
Ryan, you have
You
any
do any
jokes?
jokes?
I know jokes.
Go ahead, tell a joke.
Chocolate,
What's that? Chocolate?
chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream?
Okay.
All
Is
right.
that good?
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream, okay.
And say, eat, spoon and eat.
Okay. Spoon and eat, okay.
Do you,
Yeah.
That's
do you
it.
eat, do you eat the
That's it.
ice cream
That's
with
funny.
a spoon? Well, you
The
can take the
spoon.
ice cream and put it on a cone too. I like that.
I don't know if that's the right color.
That's the one you gave me.
Looks like it's lighter.
That's,
I could be wrong.
Are you checking your colors?
sorry. Yes, that's Ryan's dad. Say hi. Say hi, Rick.
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
You're
Rick,
right,
how you
Rick.
doing?
You too?
How you doing?
How's everybody?
We're
It's Malcolm and Maxine.
we have Malcolm's in
Oh, okay.
California, and I'm in New York,
Maxine's in Chappaqua.
Chappie Land,
Now I'm in Los
And,
Angeles.
in
Los
LA.
Angeles. So we're doing our show. We do have a weekly show on YouTube.
Oh,
So
wow.
Ryan's my special guest.
All right, you go, Ryan. Good.
Okay. One more silly joke here. You ready?
One more
Okay,
because
yeah.
we're running out of time, guys.
Why
All right.
why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Why?
Because if they flew over a bay, they'd be bagels.
Ooh. Actually, that's the only one that was really funny.
That was
I had
fun.
to use it. I had the best as last, right?
That was good. I like
That
that one.
was
Thank
cute.
you.
Come on. That's a cute
That
joke.
was
I
cute.
have homework for you guys.
What's that?
Go do some phone tricks. So we
Phone
can talk
tricks?
about it next week.
Okay.
Phone tricks? What's a phone
Yeah,
trick?
whatever. Work on the phone, do gags on the phone. We used to call up, I don't know if, as a teenager, we used to call up like a phone number and say, is Bob there? And we know.
Oh, we
there's
did
no
that
Bob.
Oh, we
too.
did that all the time.
And-
Hi,
and-
is my mommy there?
Hi.
My mommy said she'd be there. What? Hey, I want my mommy. She said she'd be there. And the woman goes, calm down. I want my
Right.
mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
I
did
used
little
to do
offshoots
that a
of
lot, and that would scare people.
We would make like 5 or 6 calls to that same number, ask for Bob. And I'm
Oh,
sorry, Bob's here.
I would
Then
do
about
like,
10 minutes later, we'd make a phone call and say, this is Bob. Are there any messages?
That's right.
Oh.
Or we call, hi, is Mrs. Whitehead there? And they go, no, it's Mr.
Mrs.
Blackhead. Sorry,
So
wrong
sorry,
pimple.
wrong
Stuff
pimple.
like-
Yeah, we went through that before. Anyway, guys, and Ryan.
Next week, we
time to say
have,
goodbye.
we have a
Next week is a
special program.
special.
It's Groundhog's Day.
Right. It's Groundhog Day,
It's a
and
special.
next
So
week,
everyone stay
is-
tuned for Groundhog's Day.
yeah, we're gonna be eeping away. Eep.
And are you gonna bring in a real groundhog? for
I
this day?
have some groundhog memorabilia, as do you, I'm sure.
Bye.
We will show it. We will
Yes.
show it.
Okay,
And,
anyway, guys, that's it. And you're
all right.
listening to,
All right,
Tush
all right,
Twins.
guys.
it's Tush Twins
Wait,
on
bye.
malcolmpresents.com, and you can see all our back shows and listen to all our silliness. Actually, not my silliness, the Tush Twins silliness.
We're
It's
not
They're
not
silly
silly.
too.
I
We're
mean,
not
no,
silly.
I mean, for grown-up women in.
Are we grown up women?
not grown
That
up.
means I
Grown-up
I'm
women,
not
I don't
grown
want
up.
to grow
I'm
up.
not grown up.
I'm a
Almost a
Toys R Us
social
kid.
Our kids.
almost a
There's lots of
social
toys at
security
Toys R Us.
age. They
We're
are,
going backwards.
they're still silly
I'm
gooses.
50.
Well,
Say goodbye.
say goodnight,
Bye.
Gracie.
Bye, bye,
Good night,
Ryan.
Gracie.
Bye,
Bye,
Ryan.
Malcolm.
Bye. Take care.
Till next week.
Bye,
Till
everyone.
next week.
See you next week.
Ciao.
Me.